नमस्कार, म चित्तबहादुर विश्वकर्मा जङ्गबहादुर आधुनिक राष्ट्रिय मावि हेटवडा 4 विद्यालय व्यवस्थापन समितिको अध्यक्ष। कोरोना महामारीको कारणले विद्यालयमा विद्यार्थीहरूको भौतिक उपस्थिति गराएर अध्ययनलाई अगाडि बढाउनको निम्ति सम्भव छैन। यस्तो अवस्थामा पनि शिक्षक र प्रहको विशेष पहलमा विद्यार्थीहरूको पढाइलाई अगाडि बढाउनको निम्ति अनलाइन कक्षाहरू स्थानीय एफएमहरूबाट पनि पढाइलाई अगाडि बढाउने काम भइराखेको छ। त्यसैगरी यो टेलिभिजन च्यानल मार्फत पनि शिक्षालाई अगाडि बढाउनको निम्ति शिक्षक र प्रहले जुन पहल गर्नुभएको छ यो सकारात्मक छ। यो सिकाइ यो अध्ययनबाट यहाँहरूले पनि के कस्तो भयो आफ्नो राय सुझाव दिनुहुन अनुरोध गर्दछु। धन्यवाद, नमस्कार।
Hello and namaste. It's me Yubraj Newpane, your English teacher. Dear students, in today's session we are dealing with one of the points of grade 10 English, that is the chimney sweeper, right? First of all, let me welcome you all in this session. Yes, and first of all, before we go through the poems, I'm giving you some background information related to the poem, right? This poem is composed by William Blake, an English poet. He's from England, and through this very poem, the poet wants to depict the problem that was prevalent in England in the past. I mean, in the late 18th and 19th century, there was a problem for these small children who were forced to work as the child laborers, right? The small children, especially from the African origin, they were sold and bought like animals, and they were forced to work in difficult situations like in the hotel, in the restaurant, in the factories, and they were deprived of their rights to education, right to entertainment, right to freedom, and so many other fundamental rights of the children, right? So through this very poem, the poet wants to raise the same problem that the small children were compelled to face in the past, right? So this is the short information related to the poem. Dear students, we will first have the ideas on how to recite the poem. Yes, so I will help you to recite the poem at first. Then we will also get introduced with the new vocabularies that I have underlined in the poem. You can see over here, and then we will analyze the poem. I mean, I will interpret the poem stanza wise, so that you will have better idea to understand the gist of the poem. Shall we begin? Yes. The title of the poem is The Chimney Sweeper. What's the title? Let's read it out once. Yes, The Chimney Sweeper. Yes, do you know what does chimney mean? Yes, chimney means a pipe or a structure, a pipe or a structure which is used to carry away or to pass away the smoke or the dust from the fire furnace or oven. Yes, you might have seen chimney, in the big factory, have you seen? Yes, or cement factory. Yes, there is a tall structure or like a pipe, through which the smoke, dust or steam is carried away. This is what we call chimney. And sweeper means, someone who sweeps. Yes, someone who sweeps or cleans. And chimney sweeper means, yes, someone who sweeps the chimney or who cleans the chimney using some tools or instruments like the brush or other tools. Now let us start the recitation. First of all, I'll help you to recite the poem, and the more important thing while you recite the poem is to notice the rhyming words or the rhyming pattern the poem follows, right? Here you can notice the rhyming words like young, tongue, weep, sleep. Yes, in the same way in other stanzas also there are rhyming words. So this is the thing you should notice while reciting. Let me recite the first stanza. When my mother died, I was very young, and my father sold me while at my tongue. Could scarcely cry, weep, 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 so your chimneys I sweep, and in suit I sleep. There's little Tom Dagger who cried when his head that curled like a lamb's back was shaved. So I said, hush Tom, never mind it, for when your hair's bare, you know that the soot cannot spoil your white hair. And so he was quiet, and that very night, as Tom was sleeping, he had such a sight that thousands of sweepers, Dick, Joe, Ned, and Jack, all of them locked in the coffins of black. And by came an angel who had a bright key, and he opened the coffins and set them all free. Then down a green plain, leaping, laughing they run, and wash in a river and shine in the sun. Then naked and white, all their backs left behind, they rise upon clouds and sport in the wind. And the angel told Tom, if he'd be a good boy, he would have God for his father and never want joy. And so Tom awoke, and we rose in the dark, and got with our bags and our brushes to work. Though the morning was cold, Tom was happy and warm. So if all do their duty, they need not fear harm. Yes, in each stanza you can see the rhyming words, right? So in the first stanza, let's come back to the first stanza. In the first stanza you can see the last word we have young, right? Y-O-U-N-G, young. Can you tell me which word rhymes with young? Yes, you are right. Yes, young rhymes with tongue. Young, tongue. Weep, sleep. Weep, sleep. Right. In the same way, in the second stanza also we have the similar rhyming words like head, said. Head, said. Bear, hair. Right. In the third stanza we have the words night, sight, jack, black, right? In the same way, key, free, run, sun. Now, next stanza, behind, wind, boy, joy, dark, work, warm, harm. Yes, these are the rhyming words the poem has. So, we can say the poem follows the rhyming pattern A, B, B, right? A, B, B. I mean, okay, first and second stanza rhymes together, first and second line rhymes together. The last word of first and the last word of second line, yes, we write as A, yes, and similarly, last word of third line and last word of fourth line, okay, we can indicate as BB. So, the rhyming pattern of this poem is A, BB, and similarly CC, DD, EE, yes, this way it goes. So, this is the thing you should notice, right? Now, let me interpret. You can read or recite the poem, okay, as I did, or you can recite it, okay, in your own way, right? So, this is the way how we can recite this poem. Now, I am helping you to analyze the poem or to interpret the poem so that you can understand the meaning of each stanza, right? Okay, let's see the first stanza once. When my mother died, I was very young, and my father sold me while at my tongue. Yes, here the speaker in this poem is a small boy. Who is the speaker? He is a small boy. And what misfortune or what bad thing happened in his life when his mother died? Yes, here he says, when my mother died, I was very young. It means his mother died when he was very young, very small, right? And what misfortune he had to face after his mother's death? Yes, his father sold him after his mother's death, right? Maybe, okay, why, you may ask me a question, why do you think his father sold him? Yes, maybe there are different reasons, and one of the possible reason might be the poverty, right? So due to the poverty, the father was compelled or forced to sell his own son as a chimney sweeper, as a child labor. So this is the miserable condition the family had to face, or the child has to face. Could scarcely cry, weep, 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 so your chimneys I sweep, and in sooth I sleep. Look, the speaker says that he could do nothing except crying. He could hardly, scarcely means hardly cry, or he could hardly weep. Yes, he could do nothing except crying or weeping. And so your chimneys I sweep. Yes, it means the speaker in this poem works as a chimney sweeper. He cleans the chimney, and he has to sleep where? In sooth. In sooth I sleep. It means the speaker doesn't have comfortable beds to sleep in, just like us, right? So he has to sleep in the workplace. It means in the dust, black dust or black powder that comes out of the wood or coal after burning. This is what we call soot, right? Soot means the black powder that comes out of wood or coal after they are burnt. So this is the miserable condition the speaker had to face. Now in the second stanza, he goes on telling the story, or goes on telling the story of his fellow sweeper Tom Decker. Now let's see what happens to Tom Decker. There's little Tom Decker who cried when his head that curled like a lamb's back was saved, so I said. Look, here Tom Decker is the fellow chimney sweeper, yes, the speaker's friend, and he also works as a chimney sweeper like the speaker. And why did Tom Decker cry? He cried because he had nice curly hair like a lamb's back. Lamb means baby sheep. Yes, have you seen the baby sheep? Right. And what kind of hair or fur or wool it has? Right. Yes, it has curly hair. Yes, it looks whitish or brownish. It looks very nice, curly hair. So Tom Decker also had curly hair like lamb's back, but it was shaved. Shaved means removed. Yes, using a razor or something else. So he cried for that reason. So I said, now the speaker is trying to convince or soothe or calm down his friend Tom. What he says, hush Tom, never mind it, for when your head's bare, yes, you know that the soot cannot spoil your white hair. Yes, now your head is bare, there is nothing, no hair, empty. Yes, bare means empty. But no need to worry for that, because it will grow again. Why you worrying about that? Yes, don't worry, it will grow again. The soot cannot spoil, cannot damage your white hair. It will grow again. So saying this, the speaker is trying to calm down his friend Tom. Now let's see what happens in the next stanza. And so he was quiet, and that very night, as Tom was sleeping, he had such a sight. Look, now what happened when Tom was sleeping? Yes, when Tom was sleeping, he had such a sight, right? Yes, when the speaker convinced, him not to cry, he was convinced, he was quiet. Yes, and then that very night, when he was sleeping, he had a beautiful dream. Here the word sight, such a sight means beautiful dream. Yes, Tom had a beautiful dream in which he saw that thousands of sweepers, including some of his friends like Dick, Joe, Ned and Jack, all of them locked up in the coffins of black. Look, this is somehow bad sign, because he saw that thousands of sweepers, including some of his friends like Dick, Joe, Ned and Jack, they were locked up, closed, kept in a box, black coffin. Coffins of black means black coffin, black box. Coffin means a kind of box in which dead body is kept, right? So he saw such a dream, right? In the beginning it was a not good sign, yes, But later on, okay, there is something good. Let's see what happens next. Yes, in the fourth stanza, the speaker says, "And by came an angel who had a bright key, and he opened the coffins and set them all free." Look, what happened? What did the angel do? Do you have any idea about angel? Yes, who is an angel? Yes, right. Yes, angel means a messenger from God deity, right? When we are in difficult situation, whom do we remember at first? Can you tell me? Yes, either we remember our parents or the God. When we are in difficult situation, yes, we remember either our parents or the God. So in the case here, the children were in difficult situations, right? Maybe so because of that reason, they might have remembered someone, right? They might be expecting someone to help them, to rescue them. So as their wish, the angel appears there as a helper. And what does the angel do? The angel opens the coffins and set them all free. Look, the angel did a good job, right? The angel set the all children free. Now, yes, the children were very, excited and happy. Yes, because they were free. Now, what do the children start doing? Then down a green plain, leaping, laughing, they run and washed in a river and shine in the sun. Look, now there was no boundary of their excitement or happiness because they were free after a long time, it is just in their dream, okay, not in the reality. So the children were really happy and excited. So they, ran down a green plain. Green plain means green meadow, ground, right? Leaping means, jumping with joy, and laughing. Yes, they were so happy. So they laughing, they run here and there. And was in a river. They also took bath in the river and shine in the sun. Yes, shine in the sun means they became neat and clean after taking bath, right? Okay, this is the activities they did. Now, what other more activities they did? Let's see in the next stanza. Then naked and white, all their backs left behind, they rise upon clouds and sport in the wind. And the angel told Tom, if he'd be a good boy, he would have God for his father, and he never want joy. Look, now naked, then naked and white. They were naked. Naked means having no clothes on, wearing no clothes. And white, they became neat and clean. All their bags left behind. They left their bags behind, and then they rose upon clouds. They flew in the sky, yes, or cloud, and they sport. Sport means they played games there, sport events in the wind. And the angel told, yes, maybe the angel was not okay, the angel was watching their activities, and maybe he was not so happy with them because they just started enjoying, forgetting their duty or work. So what did the angel tell Tom? Yes, if he would be a good boy, he would have God for his father, and he never want joy. It means, yes, Tom, you should be a good boy. If you want to, if you want to be loved by God, yes, you should be a good boy. It means, God loves those who are honest, who are good, who are hardworking. This is what the angel told Tom. And he would have God for his father. It means God would love him and never want joy. It means he can, this is somehow, if we do good deeds in our, lifetime, yes, then it is believed that we can go to heaven and we can enjoy every source of happiness in heaven. So if we are already full of happiness or joy, we never want joy. This is what the angel told Tom. Now in the last stanza, and so Tom awoke. Now Tom awoke from the dream, and we rose in the dark. Means they got up early in the morning. Yes, in the dark means here early in the morning, and got with our bags and our brushes to work. They collected their sweeping instruments like brushes and other things. Then what happened? Though the morning was cold, Tom was happy and warm. So if all do their duty, they need not fear harm. Why do you think Tom did not feel cold although the morning was cold. Why do you think he felt warm and happy although the morning was cold? Can you guess? Yes, you're right. Because maybe Tom had a beautiful dream at night, right? So maybe he was excited or happy due to the beautiful dream he had last night. So because of that, he might not have felt cold, right? Although it was cold, it means he felt happy and warm, right? So this might be the reason. Now the last line of the poem is the main message the poet wants to give us. So what is the main message the poem wants to give us? Yes, it means the main message is that we should be dutiful, we should be hardworking, we should be honest if we want a bright and successful life, right? So if we expect a bright future, we need to be hardworking, we need to be honest and dutiful. This is the main message the poet wants to give us at the end of the poem. So now as a whole, the poem is about the child labor exploitation that was prevalent in the past in England, right? So this is all about the poem. In the next session, we'll be discussing some of the activities or question and answer related to the poem. For today, this much. Okay, thank you everyone. Hello, namaste everyone. It's me, Yubraj Newpane, your English teacher. And first of all, let me welcome you all in today's session. In our last session, we discussed or we dealt with one of the poems, Chimney Sweeper. Yes, you can see over here on the chart. Yes, in the last session, we dealt with or we discussed the poem or we interpreted this poem. And in today's session, we are going to practice some of the activities that I have set for you. First of all, I will remind you some of the things that we discussed in our last session regarding this poem. Yes, as I have already told you, the poem Chimney Sweeper is written by William Blake, an English poet. He is from England, and through this very poem, the poet raises the problem of child labor exploitation that was prevalent in England, especially in the late 18th and 19th century, right? So at that time, the small children, they were sold and bought like animals, and then they were forced to work as the child laborers, and they were deprived of their rights to education, rights to entertainment, right to health, and so many other rights regarding the children's right? So in this very poem, the speaker is a small child who has been the victim of child labors, and first of all, he tells the situation he is facing regarding child labor exploitation, and then he goes on telling the stories related to child labor exploitation or the problems that his friends who are working as child laborers are facing there. So here Tom Dacre, the speaker, tells the story of Tom Dacre, who is a fellow chimney sweeper, and according to him, Tom Dacre is also one of the chimney sweepers. Yes, he is working as a child laborer, and he has a dream. Yes, he tells the dream that Tom has in this poem, and according to the speaker, Tom has a dream in which the chimney sweepers, they were all locked up in the black coffins, and the angel arrives there as a helper who rescues them, and then all the children were very happy to be free from the place where they were kept or imprisoned, right? They enjoy the time when they were free. So this is what we discussed in our last session. Now in today's session, we will be discussing some of the activities based on the poem we have discussed in our last session. Now I have designed as many as 4 activities for you. So for the first activity, we have vocabulary practice. Let's see some of the new vocabularies that you might see in the poem over there. I have underlined some of the new vocabularies for you, and let's see what these words mean. First of all, we have the word scarcely. Yes, you can see over here. Yes, you can follow me. Scarcely. What does it mean? Scarcely, it means hardly or in a difficult way. In a difficult way. Next word we have chimney. Do you have any idea? Chimney. Yes. What does it mean? Yes. The word chimney means a pipe or structure through which smoke or steam is passed away from oven or fire furnace. Yes, you might have seen. Yes, we may have chimney in our kitchen also, or in the big factories or industries. Yes, there is a pipe or structure through which the smoke is carried away, right, from the fire furnace. Now the next word we have soot. S-O-O-T, soot. What does it mean? Yes, soot means black powder that comes out of wood or coal after burning. Yes, black powder that comes out of wood or coal after they are burnt. Now next word we have shave. S-H-A-V-E, shave. Do you have any idea? Yes, good. Shave means to remove hair from one's head or face, right, using razor or blade. Yes, shave our hair or shave the beard. Yes, this is. Now hush. H-U-S-H. You can see the word hush in the second stanza over there. Yes, hush Tom, never mind it, for when your hair's bare. Yes, what does it mean? What does the word hush mean? Yes, it means to make quiet. Yes, or to soothe, to appease. Hush means be quiet. Yes, don't cry. Yes. Now next one, spoil. S-P-O-I-L, spoil. Yes, do you know the meaning of this word? Yes, spoil means to damage or to ruin something, right? To damage or to ruin something. Next word we have locked up. Do you have any idea? Yes, good, good. Locked up means closed or imprisoned. Yes, kept within certain boundary. Yes, not giving or not allowing somebody to go out, right? Locked up. Next word we have coffin. C-O-F-F-I-N, coffin. Do you know the meaning of this word? Yes, coffin means a box in which dead body is kept or cremated, right? Yes, coffin means a box where dead body is kept, right? Yes, you might have seen in the Christian community, or yes, the dead body is kept, and before they are cremated or buried, the dead body is kept within a box. Yes, in the box. So this box is called coffin, right? C-O-F-F-I-N, coffin. Next word we have leaping. Yes, leaping, it means jumping or yes, hopping, right? Jumping or hopping, like the frog. Yes, jumping with joy. Next word, good, naked. Naked means, yes, having no clothes on or wearing no clothes. When you have no clothes in your body, yes, you are naked. Angel. Angel, A-N-G-L, angel, a messenger from God or deity or a heavenly being, right? Next word we have rose, R-O-S-E, rose. It is the past tense of rise. To rise means to get up in the morning, right? So rose, it is in past tense, so rose means got up or awoke. Yes, I hope you got the ideas about these new words and their meanings. Now we'll move on to next activity. Okay, for the second activity, we have an activity in which we have to pair or sequence the beginning of the expressions given with their correct endings. So far as the question is concerned, that is likely to be asked from the poems, this type of activity is also very possible. Yes, in our AC examinations. So let's do this activity. First of all, we have beginnings. Yes, we have the beginnings on the left hand side, and then we have the endings, their correct endings given on the right hand side, right? So first of all, we need to read out all the beginnings of the expressions or the sentences given over here and their correct endings. Then we need to guess which ending is suitable for the beginning. Okay, let's do this activity. Number I, we have the speaker's mother died, right? Now let's find out the correct endings for this expression. The speaker's mother died is a sweeper of the speaker. Tom felt warm and happy, opened the coffins with a bright key when he was very young in suit. Which one is suitable? Yes, for your ease, I have already done for you. Yes, I have pointed here with an arrow. You can see, yes, the speaker's mother died when he was very young, right? So this is the way. Okay, for the examinations, you do not have to use or draw the lines like this. So you need to write it straight. Okay, just using arrow, you need to write the correct endings straight. For example, the speaker's mother died, then you need to use here arrow and then write the correct endings. Okay. Now the second one we have, the speaker sleeps. Yes, let's see the poem. Where does the speaker sleep? You can find the answer to this question in the first stanza there. Yes, in the last line, so your chimneys I sweep and in soot I sleep. It means the speaker sleeps in soot, right? The speaker sleeps in soot, this way. Now third one we have Tom Decker. Who is Tom Decker? Yes, Tom Decker. Yes, any idea? Please find out. Guess which ending can be suitable for this? Yes, you are right. Tom Decker is a fellow sweeper of the speaker, right? He is one of his friends or one of the victims of child labor exploitation, or he also works as a chimney sweeper. Okay, now number IV, the angel. The angel, what did the angel do in the poem? You can see there. Yes, the angel, yes, you can find, and by came an angel who had a bright key, and he opened the coffins with and set them all free. Yes, you can find the answer over here. Open the coffins, yes, with a bright key. Yes, the angel opened the coffins with a bright key. Right. Now next one we have, last one. Yes, it's very easy now. Only one left. Though the morning was cold, yes, Tom felt warm and happy, or happy and warm. In the poem it's given happy and warm, right? So this way you can choose the correct endings for the given beginnings. Now we will move on to next activity, that is activity number 3. Under this we have some questions that you need to answer, right, based on the poems. Yes, you need to see its stanza and then find the correct answer to these questions. Okay, answer the following questions. Now we have number A, we have a question, who is the speaker in the poem? Can you guess the answer please? Who is the speaker in the poem? Yes, you can see in the first stanza. From the first stanza you can find the answer. When my mother died, I was very young, and my father sold me while at my tongue could scarcely cry, weep, 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 so your chimneys I sweep, and in soot I sleep. Yes, in the first line you can find the answer. Look, when my mother died, I was very young. It means he was a small child, right? So you can easily write the answer to this question as number A. Yes, answer of number A, you can write the speaker. Yes, the speaker in this or in the poem is a small child, or a small boy also you can write. Yes, or a small boy. Yes. Now number B, question number B we have, Why did the speaker cry? Yes, in the same stanza you can find the answer. And my father sold me while at my tongue. At my tongue means mouth. Okay, here tongue means not your, okay, this part, jibro in, tongue means mouth. It indicates mouth, right? Could scarcely cry. It means he could do nothing except crying. He could just weep or cry. Yes, then why did the boy cry? Or why did the speaker cry? Yes, you can simply write the speaker cried because, or you can, yes, the speaker cried because his father sold him after his mother's death. Right? Yes, after his mother's death, the child was sold as a chimney sweeper by his father. Yes, so he cried at that moment. Now, the third question we have, what does the speaker do? Yes, you can also find the answer to this question in the same stanza. Yes, what does the speaker do? So, your chimneys I sweep. In the last line of the first stanza, you can find the answer. Yes, it means the speaker sweeps the chimney or cleans the chimney. You can write, yes, he sweeps, S-W-E-E-P-S, sweeps, or you can write cleans, C-L-E-A-N-S, cleans the chimneys, right? Yes, he cleans the chimneys or he sweeps the chimneys. Yes. Now, next question we have, where does the speaker sleep? Yes, in the same line, in the last line of the first stanza, you can find the answer. Yes, so your chimneys I sweep and in soot I sleep. Yes, in soot I sleep. It means the speaker sleeps in soot, right? So, you can easily write the answer to this question as, yes, he sleeps in soot, right? This way. Yes, did you get the idea? Good. Now, let's see the next question. We have question number E. Why did Tom cry? Yes, there is another, okay, fellow chimney sweeper, Tom Decker. Yes, he also cried. But what was the reason he cried? Let's find out in, okay, in second stanza. There's a little Tom Decker who cried when his head, that curled like a lamb's back, was shaved. Yes, you can find the answer here. Yes, Tom Decker, he had nice curly hair like that of a lamb's back, right? But it was shaved. So he cried for this reason. So you can write Tom cried because his curly hair was shaved, right? His curly hair was shaved. He became bald, B-A-L-D, you know? Yes, taklu we say? Good. So, when his head was shaved, he cried. Okay, now next number we have question number F. What happened when Tom was sleeping? Yes, let's find out from number, okay, 3rd. And so he was quiet, and that very night, as Tom was sleeping, he had such a sight. Yes, as Tom was sleeping, it means as he was sleeping, he had such a sight. Such a sight means a dream. Here the word sight refers to a dream he had. It means when Tom was sleeping, he had a nice dream. So you can write, yes, when Tom was sleeping, yes, when Tom was sleeping, he had a nice dream. Yes, what happens in the dream? Yes, Tom along with his friends, you know, they were locked up in the coffins. Yes, by the time angel comes and helps them by setting them all free, right? So this is. Now let's move ahead to next question. We have question number 8. Write any 3 activities that the children did after they were set free. Yes, in the dream, the angel arrives and helps them by making them free, right? So after they were free, they were happy and excited, and they did some activities. Yes, so what activities they did? Let's see from the poem. Yes, you can see stanza in number 4. Yes, stanza number 4 you can see. Yes, then down a green plain, leaping, laughing they run, and wash in a river and shine in the sun. Right? So these are the activities. Down the green plain means in the green meadow they leapt, they jumped with joy. Yes, they laughed, then they ran here and there, and they also washed or took bath in the river, and they also rise upon clouds and spot in the wind. Yes, these are the activities the children did. So you can write, yes, after they were free, what they did? They leapt, L-E-P-T, leapt or jumped. You can write jumped with, leapt with joy. Yes, next they ran down the green plain or green meadow, right? They took bath or washed in the river. You can write, okay, washed in the river, right? Then what next activity they did? And they sport, right? They played, or they rose upon cloud and played. Yes, or sport means what? They played. Yes, these are the activities they did. Yes, you can mention like this. Now, next question we have. Yes, so what did the angel tell Tom? Yes, number I, what did the angel tell Tom? You can find the answer in the next stanza over here. And then, and the angel told Tom, if he would be a good boy, he would have God for his father and never want joy. Yes, right? You can write the answer, same answer. Yes, the angel told Tom if he would be a good boy, God would love him and he would never lack joy, right? Yes, if God loves us, we can go to heaven after death. Yes, and heaven is expected such a place where we are full of happiness, or we can enjoy every source of happiness there. So this is the thing the angel told. Now next question we have, why did Tom feel warm and happy although the morning was cold? Yes, you can see in the last stanza for the answer of this question. Yes, let's see, number J, why did Tom feel happy and warm? Though the morning was cold, Tom was happy and warm. So if all do their duty, they need not fear harm. It means Tom had a wonderful dream at night, right? So he was quite excited and happy. Because of that, he did not feel cold, although the morning was cold. So you can write, yes, Tom felt, warm and happy, although the morning was cold, because he had a nice dream last night, right? So this may happen to us as well. Yes, when we have a nice dream, okay, at night, then in the morning we may feel quite happy and excited, right? So this is the case. Next one now, last one, list out all the rhyming words from the poem. Okay, this is your task. Okay, I'll leave out this task for you. Just let me give you the hint. Okay, from the first stanza you can see the last word, okay, of each line. For example, young rhymes with tongue, young, tongue, weep, sleep. These are the rhyming words from the first stanza. Now in the same way, second, third, fourth, fifth and sixth. Yes, from the rest of the stanzas, you will find out the rhyming words yourselves. Okay. Okay, for today, only this much. Okay, thank you very much for your presence. Thank you all.